Vlog number 4, Memorizing the Fingerboard Notes. This is crucial for understanding the layout and being able to navigate one's way through the grid of strings and frets. It does look overwhelming initially, but there are some tricks of the trade that can be used to make the memorization process easier. Chances are you already know the frets on your guitar represent half steps. There are 12 notes in the musical alphabet and only two naturally occurring half steps, from B to C and E to F. In all the other cases, we have sharps or flats in between. The notes of the open strings repeat at the 12th fret, which usually has a double dot position marker. This particular guitar has a split block inlays for the position markers, but it also has the double dot on the side of the neck over here, visible to the player. The two dots mark the octave. From here, everything repeats in the next octave. There are various methods of memorizing the fingerboard notes. I find 3 of them the most useful. For the first method, let's begin our mapping with only the natural notes to avoid information overload. If it helps, think of these natural notes as the white keys of a keyboard. Start with the open A string because it's also the first letter of the alphabet. Only the first 7 letters, from A to G, are used to name the 7 natural notes. And they repeat over and over again. The other 5 notes are used with sharps or flats to alter the pitch of the natural notes. So we have the open A string and the first note, the A note. The next note B is a whole step or 2 frets up from A. After B, we have the first naturally occurring half step, or 1 fret to C. There are whole steps or 2 frets from C to D and D to E. Then we have another naturally occurring half step, or 1 fret from E to F. And finally, there are whole steps or 2 frets from F to G and G to A. A marks the octave. Now let's do the low E string. Walk up the neck, saying the notes out loud until you reach the 12th fret. Then walk back down from the 12th fret until you reach the open low E string again. Like this. E, F, G, A, B, C, D, and E. E, D, C, B, A, G, F, and E. Repeat as many times as you need to. When you're comfortable with that, start filling in the sharps when ascending and flats when descending. Again, if it helps, think of these in-between notes as the black keys of a keyboard. Like this. E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A sharp, B, C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, E, E flat, D, D flat, C, B, B flat, A flat, G, G flat, F, and E. To clarify, pitches that are one and the same, even though named or spelled differently, for instance, F sharp and G flat, or G sharp and A flat, are called enharmonics. Pitches related in this way are said to be the enharmonic equivalents of one another. The other strings should be easy by now, so we won't do them here. For the second method, we will deal with just one note at a time and discover the 5 root shapes. Every pitch pattern, for instance scale, chord, or melody, is a collection of notes that has one main note called the root. It is the note that guides us, and without it, we are lost. The importance of these root shapes cannot be overstated. Every scale, arpeggio, or chord is based on them. We will number these shapes, or patterns, if you will, from 1 to 5. So let's look at the constellation of C notes and start with the first shape. Form the shape on your fingerboard with the index finger on the first C located on the B string and your ring finger on the second C located on the A string. You've just created shape number 1. Memorize the relationship of the 2 root notes this way. Shape 1 has roots on the 2nd and 5th strings 2 frets apart. Again, shape number 1 has roots on the 2nd and 5th strings 2 frets apart. Reminder, the strings are numbered 1 to 6 from high E to low E. That is, 1 equals high E, 2 equals B, 3 equals G, 4 equals D, 5 equals A, and 6 equals low E. Now form shape 2 with your index finger on the second C located on the A string and your ring finger on the third C located on the G string. And memorize this. Shape number 2 has roots on the 5th and 3rd strings 2 frets apart. Again, shape number 2 has roots on the 5th and 3rd strings 2 frets apart. Shape 3 is a triangle, but you don't have to stretch your hand and finger all 3 notes simultaneously. Just learn the spatial relationships. Finger the 3rd C on the G string with your index finger and the remaining two notes one after another with your ring finger and pinky. Memorize this. Shape number 3 has roots on the 3rd, 6th, and 1st strings, 3 frets apart. Again, shape number 3 has roots on the 3rd, 6th, and 1st strings, 3 frets apart. Shape number 4 is another triangle and shares 2 notes with shape 3. Finger the 2 C's on both the 1st and 6th strings with your index finger by barring the whole fret, and the remaining note with your ring finger. Memorize this. Shape number 4 has roots on the 1st, 6th, and 4th strings 2 frets apart. Again, shape number 4 has roots on the 1st, 6th, and 4th strings 2 frets apart. For shape number 5, finger the C note with your index finger on the 4th string and the next C note with your pinky on the 2nd string. Sorry. Memorize this. Shape number 5 has roots on the 4th and 2nd strings, 3 frets apart. Most importantly, the sequence of shapes repeats itself up the fingerboard until the guitar runs out of frets. You can start on any note anywhere on the fingerboard, but the shapes are always the same, and they occur in the same order. So if you start with a G note on the low E string, 3rd fret, you have shape 3 on the descending side and shape 4 on the ascending side. So on the descending side, the G is the open 3rd string, which is behind the knot here. And then we have the G on the 6th and the 1st string. So this is shape 3 on the descending side and shape 4 on the ascending side. When we bar the 3rd fret and then hit the G on the 4th string. To conclude, we will add the 3rd method to quickly locate an octave. From the G note on the low E string, 3rd fret, go up 2 strings and 2 frets to arrive at its octave. G on the 3rd fret of the low E string, 6th string, go up 2 strings and 2 frets. You can go in the opposite direction as well. From the G note on the D string, 5th fret, go down 2 frets and 2 strings to arrive at its octave. So we have the G on the 4th string's 5th fret. We go down 2 frets, 1, 2, and down 2 strings, 1, 2. However, because of the tuning of the guitar, when landing on or crossing the B string, you have to add an extra fret. For example, from the G note on the D string 5th fret, go up 2 strings and 3 frets because you are landing on the B string. And from the G note on the G string 12th fret, also go up 2 strings and 3 frets because you are crossing the B string. The 3 methods are a powerful combination for memorizing the fingerboard notes once and for all. And Bilog number 4.